Matt Belanger is a passionate business leader who started his career as a deeply technical engineer. His long tenure with companies like IBM and Lucent Technologies, where he spent time building products and leading large programs, before taking on a leadership role of rebranding, rebuilding, and leading global teams. His passion is delivering outstanding customer experiences and building bridges between business and technology organizations. He's a native Midwesterner, but a recent transplant to Indiana, the Hoosier State, with his wife and 2 children. Please help me welcome Matt to the Spark stage.
Here we go. You good?
My disappointment is a recent career disappointment. To set the stage, I was a career top performer with a history of outstanding reviews, career progression, and future trajectory. I was privileged to lead some of the flagship initiatives in IBM, and prior to that, I had an outstanding technical career at Lucent Technologies, great track record at the university, and primary and secondary school. In short, I was used to achieving what I set out to achieve. Opportunity found me, and I was pulled from one to the next. And so when my wife and I decided to leave IBM in Raleigh, North Carolina, to return to the Midwest, we did not see it as a risk, just a fantastic opportunity for the kids to grow up in a great city closer to extended family. What I experienced, however, was a major career disappointment. I inherited a wonderful team eager to improve, but they operated in an environment of fear. Processes and systems were fragile and poorly documented. Opportunities for improvement were met with an outsized fear of increased risk, fear of an outage, fear of an audit finding, and ultimately fear of losing one's job permeated up and down the org chart and prevented an authentic partnership among staff, managers, and executives. My efforts to foster a new culture based on engaging the business, talking to people who are hands-on doing the work, and okay, is that for me? Okay, and for building bridges with the business were insufficient. Were insufficient. I was able to introduce new concepts like blameless postmortems. Some feared that there would be no place for them in this new way of working. Fun fact of the talk, the Nobel Prize in Economics was recently awarded for demonstrating that the pain of loss is numerically twice the joy of an equivalent gain. It's amazing what we'll do to avoid that pain. I experienced firsthand the culture that results when the fear of that pain consumes the energy of an organization. And so, after less than a year, and for the first time in my career, I found myself on the outside looking in. I was in a city that I didn't know, in a community in which I wasn't well connected. I had no advocates. And given how much of my self-worth I'd invested in my career trajectory, there wasn't much of that left either. Now, it's been almost a year since leaving my last role, a year spent making peace with the disappointment of moving our family 500 miles, leaving the great career trajectory, starting our kids in a new school, restarting in a new community, and then dealing with the impact of a risk that went the wrong way for me, magnified by the fact that after a career spent recognizing and managing risk, I missed it. Now, certainly, our disappointment doesn't compare to what others have endured, but in my valley of despair, I've found a wellspring of redemption in giving back. I've been able to teach a university-level course, which has long been on my bucket list. I've been able to make connections to leaders in India, in the tech community and beyond. And for those of you, I hope you never have to endure a similar experience. But if you do, or know someone who does, or have an opportunity to hire someone who does, I leave you with these 2 thoughts. 1, never let your self-worth be determined by your circumstances, and 2, find your wellspring of redemption in the valley and follow it out. Thank you.